It's been an absolute crazy week for crypto. Let's be real. You had the US election where Donald Trump did win, which is absolutely huge for anyone in crypto. I think most people were hoping he was going to win because he is very pro crypto. He is RFK Jr. on his side. And ultimately, as soon as it was locked in that he was going to win, we saw Bitcoin absolutely rally, altcoins go nuts. And this week has just been super bullish, breaking all-time highs. Honestly, it's just unreal to see, considering the last sort of 200 days where we've just been in this sideways downward trend and you've seen altcoins bleed. It's awesome to see. The question is, what do we do now? What is actually going on? What I believe is that you have to identify what sectors are going to be performing well. And in my opinion, obviously we've seen meme coins do well, but real world assets is a very promising sector. I have talked about these coins on my channel before. A lot of people are talking about it on Twitter and other platforms, saying that real world assets are going to be really big in this crypto bull run. And with Trump as president and he's easing regulations on real world assets and he's bullish on them and he's bullish on crypto, I think it really is a really good sector to dive into. So in this video, we're going to talk about one of those coins being Parcel. This is a coin that I've talked about once on my channel. I did a video, it was September 22nd, which is about a month and a half ago. And I spoke about this coin and I think a lot of people liked it. And there's not many people talking about this coin on YouTube as well. So I think it's really important that I may as well come out and just make a video because I think I'm super bullish on this coin. It's been performing super well. And I've been invested in it since the start of the year, like the first initial airdrop. Before then, I was invested. And the airdrops have been very lucrative. They've been had a pretty good return on investment. And I think that will continue moving forward, especially as a Parcel coin has increased in price. So we're going to dive in. If you don't know what Parcel is, it's a decentralized platform allowing you to long and short real estate markets. So it's really the first platform to do this effectively and has pretty much changed the game. It's still quite a low cap coin. It launched its coin earlier this year with an initial airdrop that a lot of people were invested in. And what happened is we saw a lot of people get the initial airdrop. It was, I would say, a little bit lower than sort of what people were expecting. It wasn't a bad airdrop. It was still very strong and very solid considering what other airdrops were like. But I think a lot of people moved away after the first airdrop. And for those that did continue to farm, they got a pretty good return on investment in the Perpetual Points Season 1, which is effectively the Season 2 of Parcel. So this is the platform. What they've done is they've enabled users to long and short real estate markets through this crypto platform. And they've recently introduced cryptocurrencies, as you might expect, which enable people to do long and short these coins as well. So Bitcoin and Solana are the two they've added. They're doing this quite slowly, but obviously they're just making sure everything is correct and proper, making sure it's all, they don't make any mistakes. They've had recent real estate markets come into this platform, such as Dubai. And alongside that, they've done contests where people trade this coin, this real estate market, and can get rewarded if you do well and make money trading that real estate market. So it's very good. And this shows one of the use cases for this platform. The second thing you can do if you're not very good at trading real estate markets, you're not really sure how to do that and what's going to go up, what's going to go down. Not everyone is, and that makes sense. One thing you can do is provide liquidity to this platform, which is obviously required. You can see straight away the APR is negative. So this is honestly probably the one downside as of right now, which is that APR is negative, meaning you're losing money, and what you're depositing is USDC. So in my opinion, if you have a lot of money in different coins, or this is at least my strategy, you always want to have some money on the sidelines, right? And if you have USDC, you have to figure out, well, where do I want to park that funds? So I would say putting it in Parcel is a safer option. And I'll get to why that is the case when I talk about the points and how that is going to later convert to Parcel tokens. So you can also do realized P&L because a lot of the money just isn't realized yet. The people that are in negative haven't closed their trades. And when you do that, you see it's 1.79%. So it technically is positive. We just have to wait till these people close their trades and then that'll turn into a positive APR. But as for the moment, it is negative. So if you were to put in $1,000, in a month, you might lose like 5 cents or whatever. So you'll lose a little bit, but it's obviously such a small amount in 30 days, so it's not that big of a deal. But what you can do by trading this platform, and this is ultimately the reason why I'm so bullish on Parcel. I think there's just so many positive incentives and ways to get a really strong return on investment, and that's the reason why I really love this platform and this coin. And so what you can do if you do trade, firstly you get trader fee rebate. So every trade you make, you'll have to pay obviously fees and trader fees, and you get 5,500 points per dollar, which that's pretty good. That's actually quite a lot. Like if you do a $10,000 $10 in fees on the trade, that's 55,000 points, which is quite a lot when you look at how that converts to the actual token. You also get points based on negative price performance. So if you lose money on a trade, you'll get 100 points per dollar. This honestly is a very small amount. I don't think this is really giving much of an incentive. I think losing money is just, it's definitely a massive net negative. So this isn't really that great. So hopefully you make money on your trades. This is the big one, be the bank. So this is where I talked about you can provide money into the liquidity pool, USDC, and you get 8 points per dollar. This is quite a lot, 8 points per dollar. If you put $1,000 in, you'll be getting 8,000 points per day. And then let's say it lasts for, I don't know, 100 days. What's that, 800,000 points you'll accumulate over those 100 days. And we know that this next season is, I believe it ends at the end of this year. I think December 31st is when this season ends. So there's still quite a lot of time to still farm this season. So you can provide the USDC and you just accumulate points. So it's just one way of having USDC, aka money on the side, right, at your sideline. You don't have this in coins, hoping it's going to go up. You just park it at sidelines in case we do see dips in the market, which usually occur. But given Bitcoin has skyrocketed to $80,000 and altcoins are going crazy, it's pretty hard to predict when these little dips will occur, if they'll occur, if Bitcoin will just shoot to 90. We don't know, especially being in this price discovery mode after breaking through the all-time high. It's quite a difficult situation. But personally, I just like to have money in USDC. I don't want to be 100% in crypto. Even though this technically is in crypto, but it's USDC, so it's a bit different. Then you also get money for margin collateral. So every dollar in your margin trading accounts, you get points, but it's 4 points per dollar. So it's half the amount you get for the bank. And then liquidator bonus. Honestly, I don't know how you do this. You earn 50,000 points for each successful liquidation performed. I'm not doing that personally. If you're able to do that, that's awesome. Personally, that's not for me. I really like just being the bank or making trades. Ultimately, you can do both. And making trades, you get the money for the trader fee, and you'll get margin collateral for having money in your trading accounts. The next thing as well, which is another incentive, is there a current contest. Now the incentive has gone down in the last couple months, I will be honest, but it's still there. So what they had before was they had a November trading contest, which was September, right? So they had September trading contest, and they also had a biggest loser September contest, which means if you make money or you lose money, you'll either be in one of them and you'll be rewarded with Parcel, coin, and points. And it was quite a large amount of points. It wasn't much Parcel, still better than nothing, obviously, but you'd get a large amount of points. Now it's quite difficult. You have to honestly be quite a good trader to actually get in the rewards here. So you have to be what's known as in the money, which is top 20% of traders. And if you look on the leaderboard, so this is for November, we're 11 days in or 10 days in because it's probably US. You've got to be up $278, which that's tough. That is not, that's not that easy. So understandably, this isn't the strongest incentive. If you really like trading and you think you can pull this off, then go ahead and you'll be rewarded really, really nicely as well. Because you can see what the rewards are. The rewards are 2K USD. This goes to like the top 3 people. So you probably won't get that unless you're in the top 3. 5,000 Parcel. So you'll probably get, I think the last few months have been 100 or 200 Parcel and 340 million points. That's the big one, in my opinion. 340 million going to 34 people. 340 million to 34. if you did it equally, that's 10 million points per person. So it is tiered, and if you're at the lower end of the tiers, you'll still walk away with like a few million points, or 1 to 2 million points, I think, at the bare minimum, which is, that's a lot of points. That is a lot of points. And all these points are accumulating to later get this Perpetual Point Season 2 airdrop. So very positive. You also have another contest which you can compete in as well. And this is the crypto trading contest. So there's obviously Bitcoin and Solana, which you can long or short. And again, parcel reward and points reward. But again, there's only 16 people that are allowed to be in the money, because there's just not that many people currently on the site trading. And you have to be $300 in profit. That's not that easy. It does also give an indication that this platform still has such a long way to grow, considering there's only 81 people trading crypto on this platform, which I think just shows the room for growth, when this site has hundreds or thousands of people actually trading, and then being in the money might be a little easier, but it more so just indicates that this site has such a strong way forward. Moving on, you can also stake parcels. So this is what they implemented recently. You're able to now stake your parcel, and you're able to stake up to 250% of the amount of money you have provided in USDC, and you'll receive that reward, that percentage increase in points. So I'll try to explain it. If you have $1,000 in USDC provided, you're earning 8,000 points per day. And if you have 250%, which would be $2,500, 2,500 parcel staked, you will then earn 250% times 8,000. So is that 3.5? I believe that's 3.5 times points. So you can get massive increases on the points that you're earning, which just makes you accumulate these points so much easier. Not only that, there are also an NFT associated with the parcel site, which is the Homeowners Association. I spoke about this last time. I do own a few of these myself. And there is an incentive here to also own these. So for your first NFT, you get a 30% increase. And then for every NFT after that, it's 5%. So you can get the 250% plus this extra 5% for each homeowners association, and you can increase how much percent of points that you get. So you can just massively increase the amount of points you're getting. They're currently sitting at 2.2 Solana. They've been in this range for quite a while. They did go little bit lower, especially when Bitcoin was having its little dip into the 50K range. And it's come back up now a little bit, not a lot, but you can see the big run it did have. There's two sort of drivers for this NFT, in my opinion. The first one is they want to implement hard staking, which is pretty important. That means you can stake your NFTs, and most likely that'll be the new percentage increase that you get, as you would currently getting. So you no longer get it for just holding. You need to stake your NFT, which is good to stake because that will likely drive the price. And there's also a homeowners association allocation, which is where they'll give you a parcel allocation at the end of the season based on how many NFTs you hold. We're still waiting for the Perpetual Point Season 1 allocation. It's been quite a while, I can't lie. And I don't know, I believe they've still talked about we're going to get it. We just don't know when, and we don't know how much. So if they announce that it's a pretty good allocation, then I think we'll see a lot of people turn to this NFT to try to actually pick some up because they want to get that allocation next time. If it's a low allocation, maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe people aren't as incentivized to pick these up because the reward might not be there. Again, the NFTs give you more points. You get an allocation for holding the NFT. And then potentially this will increase in price as well if you think it will. So they're the incentives to sort of buy them. They also look pretty cool in my opinion, little houses. So this is the NFT associated with them. I think there is utility there, especially in terms of just getting more points. And it just shows, like I talk so much about points, but I just think it's so important because the recent seasons have actually been pretty good return on investments based on how many points you've gotten. And most people, if you look through Twitter, if you don't believe me, I would go look through Twitter and just look up Parcel, and you'll see a few people say like, yeah, a lot of people left Parcel. They stopped accumulating points in the later season, in the second season, and then those that stayed were pretty profitable, especially because the market wasn't pumping in that time as well. Now that the market is pumping, you sort of have to look at the opportunity cost. Do you want to park your money in USDC, or do you want to be in crypto if you think a lot of coins are just going to pump? So that's just the trade-off. The other thing we should look at is just real world assets in general for crypto. And you can see just huge gains, right? 37%, 35, 30, 27, 44, 20, 20, 30, like huge gains. And it's not till you get to 496. It's ranked 496. It's still a low cap coin, which one makes it volatile. It makes it a higher risk coin, but it also gives it a higher reward, right? It's a higher risk to reward ratio. This one pumped 119% in 7 days. And I can't see any other coin that did that return. We had 100%. That was it. So it was the best performing real world asset in the last 7 days. And it's still sitting at pretty low market cap. If we look at Parcel, it's at a 70 million market cap. And it did go as high as 55 cents, which is very good. So $70 million market cap, that's still a low amount in my opinion. I think it has huge room for growth. And I think, as we've seen, real world assets just go pretty nuts alongside a lot of other sectors. I understand that, but this is one of them that did perform very well, and it's very low on this chart. Last, we should look at the actual technical analysis of Parcel, and we can see this huge accumulation that occurred, and then the breakout, and then another accumulation, and then a breakout again. Pretty beautiful chart, if I do say so myself. You can see it's sort of a bull flag that occurred here into this accumulation, and then we saw here perfect support on both these lines, and then it just sent again. So what could we see here? Potentially another bull flag along something like this. This is obviously just an assumption, but it would, if it was to follow the same trend, that's something we would see, and then another move to $1 and hopefully further on. So I think this is really a coin that has huge potential, has huge room for growth, which is a good thing. It is, as I said, it's a high risk coin, but I just think there's so many incentives to be in this coin, right? With all the points that you get. And you can just look at, I don't think it's over farmed. I think it's under farmed currently. And I think there's much utility on this site, being able to trade real estate and trade some crypto coins as well. It's awesome. So I think it's a huge opportunity, something that I'm heavily invested in. And you have to also realize that as the price of Parcel goes up, that means your airdrop's going to go up as well. Because let's say you get an airdrop of 1,000 Parcel. If the price of Parcel is 10 cents, then it's $100. But if it's $1, then it's now a $1,000 airdrop. So as the price goes up, that airdrop goes up in value as well. But obviously you have to farm that over this month and a half. You can't wait for it to get there. So you sort of have to be in early. And especially if you park your money in USDC, you're not really losing money at all. You're losing that opportunity cost where you could have had it in Bitcoin, which let's say runs to 100K in the next month as a for instance, then you were better off having your money there, but the USDC won't go down obviously. So it's just that opportunity cost. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. I thought I'd come out and make a video. As I said, I don't see many people talking about Parcel. I think there is more people talking about it on Twitter, especially because of its price movement the last week, which is awesome to see. And I think, yeah, real world assets, especially Parcel, is going to have a bright future. And I'll definitely do a video again, probably in a week or two. We'll see what happens. I mean, the crypto's market right now is so exciting. So we'll see what happens the next week or two. I'm sure I'll do another video, probably more so looking at the chart and the incentive with RWA. So let me know what you guys think of this coin, of the video. Let me know what other real world assets, cryptocurrencies you are invested in or you're bullish on. I know there's quite a few, obviously, and some people have their other options. This is one that I personally very invested in. So appreciate you guys watching. See you later.